You will not believe what Samsung just did. The Galaxy S25 Edge is here, and it is unlike anything Samsung has ever made. We're talking about a phone so thin it could make your current device look outdated overnight. But how did Samsung pull this off? And what sacrifices were made to achieve this ultra-slim design? Stay with me, because the truth behind this phone might just surprise you. Let us start with the one thing everyone is talking about, the thickness, or rather, the lack of it. The Galaxy S25 Edge is rumored to be just around 6 millimeters thick. To put that into perspective, that is slimmer than most smartphones you have probably ever held. Compared side by side with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, the S25 Edge is only slightly thicker than one side of the foldable. That is insane. But here is the catch. This slim design comes with a trade-off, and it is something that might make or break your decision to buy this phone. Do you want to know what it is? We will get to that in a moment. First, let's talk about the look and feel. The S25 Edge takes design cues from the iPhone 16, with clean lines, flat edges, and a camera layout that seems oddly familiar. Some might call it inspired, while others will say Samsung is playing it safe. Either way, it is undeniably sleek. The frame is made of Samsung's new Armor Aluminum 2.0, which they claim is 30% more durable than last year's model. And the display? It is a 6.7-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with a 144 Hz refresh rate. Yes, you heard that right, 144 Hz. Smooth scrolling, crisp animations, and punchy colors. Samsung knows how to nail displays, and this one is no exception. But here is the real kicker. Despite being so thin, the phone still manages an IP68 rating. That means it can handle dust and water, just like the thicker S25 models. Impressive, right? Now let us talk power. Under the hood, the Galaxy S25 Edge runs on the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset. This is the same powerhouse chip found across the entire S25 lineup. Benchmarks suggest it is about 25% faster than last year's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. So, whether you're gaming, editing videos, or multitasking, this phone should handle everything with ease. It also comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage by default. There might be a 512 gigabytes option at launch, but Samsung has not confirmed that yet. And yes, this phone runs Samsung's One UI 7 on top of Android 15, with all the AI-powered features you expect. Speaking of AI, Samsung has integrated Google's Gemini AI, which powers everything from photo editing to real-time language translation. It can even summarize long articles for you in seconds. Imagine skimming through boring reports without actually reading them. That is the future Samsung is promising. Now, let us address the camera situation. In a leaked video, the Galaxy S25 Edge was shown with what appeared to be a 200-megapixel ultra camera on the back. But here is the strange part. The app used to check the specs incorrectly reported it as a 12-megapixel sensor.
Nice.
This confusion usually happens when software cannot properly read pre-release hardware. Reliable sources confirm that the main sensor will indeed be 200 megapixels, paired with a 12-megapixel ultrawide and a 10-megapixel telephoto with 3x optical zoom. On the front, there is a 12-megapixel selfie camera housed in a tiny punch hole. Samsung is also pushing its Galaxy AI for photography. The phone can automatically adjust lighting, remove unwanted objects from photos, and even enhance low-light shots in a world where flagships usually offer 4,800 mAh to 5,000 mAh. This feels like a step backward. Now, Samsung claims that their new battery optimization software and the 4nm Snapdragon 8 Elite chip will make this 4,000 mAh battery perform like a 5,000 mAh one. But let us be honest, real-world usage often tells a different story. If you're a heavy user, expect to reach for that charger by evening. And speaking of charging, the S25 Edge supports 45W fast charging, which can get you from 0 to 70% in about 30 minutes. It also supports 15W wireless charging and 5W reverse wireless charging for your Galaxy Buds or smartwatch. Connectivity-wise, you're getting the latest Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, And of course, 5G with carrier aggregation for faster speeds. Samsung has also introduced a smart network switch that automatically moves you between Wi-Fi and cellular, depending on signal strength. No more frustrating dropouts during video calls or downloads. And here is a cool feature, Private Share. It lets you send files with an expiration timer, so they automatically delete after the recipient views them. Think of it like Snapchat, but for documents and photos. So, when can you get your hands on the Galaxy S25 Edge? Samsung has not officially announced the release date, but industry insiders suggest it will launch in August 2025 alongside the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Galaxy Watch 8. As for pricing, expected to start around $1,099. That places it right between the base Galaxy S25 and the premium Galaxy S25 Ultra. It is not cheap, but cutting-edge design rarely comes without a premium. So, is the Galaxy S25 Edge worth it? If you love slim, stylish phones and can live with a smaller battery, it might be your perfect match. It offers top-tier performance, stunning cameras, and Samsung's best AI features, all wrapped in a body that feels futuristic. But if battery life is a deal-breaker for you, you might want to wait for next year's models. Rumor has it that Samsung is working on integrating silicon batteries that could offer 30% more capacity without increasing thickness. What do you think? Is the slim design worth the battery trade-off? Would you choose the Galaxy S25 Edge over an iPhone 17 Air? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us get the debate started. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tech updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest news. See you in the next one.
Is Samsung playing it too safe with the Galaxy Z Flip 7? With the launch of the Galaxy S25 behind us, all eyes are now on Samsung's next big product reveal, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. While early leaks have suggested that the Fold 7 could see some design changes, the latest renders of the Flip 7 suggest that Samsung isn't making any major upgrades. So what exactly has changed, and is it enough to justify upgrading? Let's start with the design. Based on leaked dimensions, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 is slightly bigger than its predecessor. It measures 166.6 by 75.2 by 6.9 millimeters when unfolded, compared to the Flip 6, which came in at 165.1 by 71.9 by 6.9 millimeters. This means the new model will be slightly taller and wider, but its thickness remains unchanged. When folded, it is expected to be nearly 15 millimeters thick, just like the previous version. One noticeable upgrade is in the display size. The inner display is increasing from 6.7 inches to 6.8 inches, and the cover display is going from 3.4 inches to 3.6 inches. These changes might not seem like a huge jump, but they could improve the overall user experience, making the outer screen more useful for quick interactions. However, despite these minor adjustments, the core design remains very similar. Many foldable phone users have been hoping for a slimmer design, but Samsung appears to be sticking with the same thickness. This could be disappointing for those expecting a more refined or compact form factor. Now let's talk about the cameras. According to leaks, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 will feature the same 50-megapixel main camera and 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera as the Flip 6. While Samsung may introduce some software-based enhancements, there doesn't seem to be any significant hardware upgrades. This suggests that Samsung is prioritizing other areas or perhaps playing it safe by not making big changes. A big question remains. Will the Flip 7 be heavier than its predecessor? While we don't have official details on its weight yet, any increase in size could potentially lead to a heavier device. This is something users will want to keep an eye on, especially if they value a lightweight and portable foldable phone. With these minimal changes, the Flip 7 feels more like a refinement rather than a true upgrade. Samsung seems to be sticking with a tried and tested design while making only minor adjustments. For users who already own the Flip 6, this may not be a compelling reason to upgrade. However, for those new to foldable phones, a Flip 7 could still offer a stylish and functional experience with its larger displays and familiar design. So, is this enough? Should Samsung have pushed for bigger changes, or is a small upgrade still worthwhile? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech updates. Is Google making the Pixel 9a feel cheaper just to keep the price low? A new hands-on leak has surfaced and reveals some interesting design changes that might surprise you. A video showing the Pixel 9 recently appeared online, giving us an early look at Google's upcoming budget-friendly smartphone. The original video was quickly removed, but a Threads post by Shane Craig still has screenshots, allowing us to analyze what's different. From the first look, it's clear that Google is taking a different approach with the design of this phone. The leaked images show the Pixel 9a in obsidian, a dark color that Google has used for its previous models. However, what stands out isn't just the color, it's the overall look and feel of the phone. Unlike previous Pixel A series devices which tried to maintain a premium feel despite their lower price, the Pixel 9 looks more cost-conscious. Instead of metal or glass, this phone appears to have a plastic body, which makes it lighter and easier to hold, but also less premium. According to Shane Craig, the Pixel 9 reminds him of older Nokia Lumia phones, which were known for their simple yet sturdy plastic builds. This could be a good thing for those who prefer a lightweight device, but for others, it might make the phone feel less premium compared to previous Pixel A series models. One of the most noticeable design changes is in the camera module. Google has traditionally given its Pixel phones a signature camera bar that stretches across the back of the phone, making them stand out. However, the Pixel 9a takes a different approach. The camera bar is now much more subtle, sitting almost flush with the phone's body. There is only a small ring around the two camera lenses that slightly protrudes from the back. While this makes the design more minimalistic, it also makes the phone look more like an entry-level device rather than a mid-range one. But here's the catch, there's still some uncertainty about this leak. The video doesn't confirm whether this is a real Pixel 9a or just a dummy unit. Dummy phones are non-functional replicas used by manufacturers to showcase the design before launch without revealing any internal hardware or software details. However, considering that we are getting closer to Google's expected announcement on March 19, there's a good chance that this is the final design of the Pixel 9a. So what else can we expect for the Pixel 9a? Leaks suggest that despite the changes in design, the phone will still pack solid hardware. It is expected to come with Google's Tensor G4 chip, 8 GB of RAM, and a 120Hz OLED display. These are impressive specs for a mid-range phone, especially at its rumored price of $499. It seems that Google is keeping performance strong while cutting costs in other areas, mainly in the body materials. However, there's one big question that remains. How durable will this phone be? Plastic bodies tend to be more resistant to shattering than glass, but they can also scratch more easily. If the Pixel 9a uses a softer plastic material, it might not hold up as well over time, especially for users who don't use a protective case. With that being said, Google's A-series phones have always been about making high-end features more accessible at a lower price, and the Pixel 9a seems to be following that same strategy. The question is whether this new design will be a deal-breaker for users who prefer a more premium feel. So what do you think? Is Google making a smart decision by cutting costs and design to keep the price low? Or does this make the Pixel 9a feel too cheap? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.